Welcome to the Hey Coworker podcast, home of your favorite not safe for work coworkers. I am RJ, the friendly neighborhood Dom, and this is
Janelle,
aka
Big Rocks,
not the little one.
never the little one.
And we are your favorite not safe for work coworkers, home of you, the best coworkers in the world. I hope that you all are having a wonderful day. Thank y'all for being here when you could have been anywhere in the world. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, leaving comments with timestamps. We greatly appreciate it. Yeah, how are you, friend?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I miss my man. He's out of town for work again.
Fair.
But other than that, chill.
I was off work today, so I am very relaxed. Every time I don't got to go to my job. Although I did have one of my coworkers call me with a work question, and because I like that, you ever answer a call on your what's me like?
It's because it's you.
It's because it's yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I'm off. I handed this off. This person said this was gonna be okay. We're all good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened. I'm probably gonna talk to the person tomorrow. What happened, bro?
Yeah. Hopefully things got resolved.
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
So
I have an update.
Ooh.
Last week I talked about the girl in the club with crawling all over the floor and being very weird.
Yeah.
To everybody out there, if you follow me on TikTok but not Instagram, I would advise you to follow me on Instagram because that's where the fun happens.
Fair.
I don't remember if I had posted. I don't think I had posted the second video when I was here. I think I just posted the video talking where I told the story.
Yeah.
But someone was asking to see my shoes because in the video, in the pictures that I posted, you couldn't see my shoes. So someone was asking to see my shoes. And mind you, when I made the first video, tons of people in the comments kept saying, and this is just off me talking, not showing anything. Mm-hmm. They were like, she was trying to come home with y'all. She was trying to be out there. People kept saying that. So then when I'm looking through my videos from that night, trying to see if there's anything that shows the shoes, I noticed a whole lot of very intense eye contact from her towards my man. Then I didn't even notice that she had both her hands on my ass at one point. So I'm looking back, and so I made another video, and I was like, okay, I'm here to show y'all the shoes, but y'all was right. It does indeed look like she was trying to come home with us. It absolutely looks that way.
Y'all was just oblivious.
Had no idea. So, I posted the video.
Also, the way that is, I feel like even if he saw it, he wasn't finna initiate anything till you were like, okay.
And no shade, but please. First and foremost, not my type. Secondly, you think I'm taking home a bitch who was just crawling around on the floor? You lost your damn mind.
But see, the thing is, this is why I'm saying, even if he had noticed it, he was never going to acknowledge it until you were like, yes.
Yeah, well, it went right over my head.
See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil.
Well,
unless something gets out of hand and then I got to.
Right. Well, I posted the video showing the way she was acting.
Yeah.
But not even the part of her crawling on the floor, just the very first time she came to dance with me. But you can clearly see in the video, for one, the video starts off with me dancing in front of my man for my man. Then I've stood up, as she's walking towards me, I start doing the south side again because that's the type of energy that I'm on. But when she gets closer to me and I notice that she's on more of a dance, girly, sway your hips. So I turn around. I could be on that too. I'm a real nigga, but I can be on that too if we need to. You know what I'm saying? So I turn around and I am dancing with the girl and everything was fine. And then I didn't realize it at the time, but she made me extremely uncomfortable. And that's when you can see it on my face when you watch the video. The moment I got uncomfortable, I turned around and I just started doing a little two-step or whatever because it's your birthday and I'm not trying to embarrass you, but also get your hands off of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you touching my ass? So anyway, the update here is that first her friend saw her, one of the girls that was with her there saw my video, commented on it. And we don't even need to get into that. That's not too important. But I'm assuming that she then sent it to her friend, the embarrassing one. Yeah. And she got in my comments losing her entire mind. Did you see that video at all? She She claims to be a therapist. She claims to work for the court system. She claims to do it. I'm just gonna summarize and say this. At some point, you have to realize the person that you are going back and forth with is not there, and I have to disengage at that point. She literally was not making any sense. There were no punctuation marks in the entire thing. She was saying things that just didn't make, it was just a bunch of nonsense. She wrote out this whole paragraph. I responded and said, Grammarly is free. You know what she said to me? And what the fuck is that? What the fuck is Grammarly? That's not a real word. How you gonna try to correct somebody's grammar and you're not even using real? I said, this is embarrassing. She left another long message, and I said, Jessica, you are 38. Now this is before I got on live, because she was doing all of that shit in my comments. So I sent her a comment and I said, if you want to talk about it, I'm finna get on live right now. But you have to be able to control yourself. I don't deal with tantrums from my toddlers. I'm not finna deal with one from you. If I let you come up and you doing all that yapping, all that yelling, and you don't want to have a civilized conversation, I'm just gonna kick you out. And that's exactly what happened 3 times. I got on live. Everybody's in there roasting her. Everybody's in there talking about, even no matter what, you can very clearly in the video see the moment she made me uncomfortable. And it's not my fault that y'all couldn't recognize that you or your socially unaware friends couldn't recognize that. That's not my fault. That is what happened. We can see it. She kept calling me a liar, saying that I don't know what I was lying about. Never got to that. She kept calling me a liar. She kept saying that she said she was going to get me fired. She said she said she was going to get me fired, and she said she was going to file a defamation lawsuit against me.
For what?
Let me tell you, on the one hand, she got very, very offended that people were calling her drunk. She says, I was not drunk. She said, I only had a Crown and she said, I only had one drink the entire night, a Crown and crayon apple. I said, I watched you take the shot I bought you. What the fuck are you talking about? So there goes your credibility right there, because you just told a lie. I literally included the video of you taking a shot. So we know for a fact that you had more than that one drink. Even if those were the only 2, you just said you only had one drink. So any credibility that you might have had after all of those comments, those unreadable comments, it's gone out the window. And here's always the best clue. If you ever find yourself in a back and forth with someone on the internet, here's the easiest way to know that you need to disengage. When they are clearly in the wrong and they start saying things like, yeah, you're just gonna have to hold this L. I'm eating you up. I'm on your ass. When they start saying things like that, that person is not in reality. That person is living in a delusional land, and there is no point in continuing to talk to them. I ended up just blocking her because other people kept engaging with it. I feel like the first person, once you start going back and forth with somebody, the first person to block somebody else loses. I genuinely feel like that. Like, I will block you off rip. If I see a comment I don't like, I'll just block you. I won't say nothing. But once we start having some back and forth, whoever blocks first, lost. But in this case, I pinned a comment. I blocked her, and I said, I have now blocked her because I feel like she seriously has some mental health issues that are not being addressed, and she is spiraling in my comments. And that is no matter how I feel about her, that is a black woman, and I don't want to aid in her downfall.
So now she can't get to the video. She can't
engage with anybody. She can't talk to anybody. And like, but her friends, I was on their ass in the comments. And I'm telling her, I don't understand what you mad at me for. I never said anything bad about you. My entire rant online was about your friends being terrible friends. Cause I was assuming you're drunk and it's your birthday. That's perfectly fine. Like, if you get out your body, it's your birthday. You're supposed to have friends there to watch and protect and help you. Yes. And they weren't doing that. My initial comments were not even about you. And that's how I know that you're not here with us, because you can't even recognize there wasn't nobody even talking bad about you. So she kept threatening to use her job to find out where I work and get me fired and put me on food stamps. I said, you got a food stamp connect? Let me know some. And then how about after I put that, somebody DM me and was like, I do. I got you. I get my stamps on the 4th. I can help you out. I was like, I'm good, bro. I appreciate it. But
sometimes I can't help the people I'm supposed to help get food stamps, bro. Like,
but yeah, it was a hectic couple hours online, and it's just, you know how I feel about responding to people. I'm gonna respond. I don't give a fuck who you are, but I'm not continue to engage when I realize that somebody is in danger. Like, Go get your friend. There is absolutely no way in hell I could see my friend acting like that online, and I'm not calling her to keep her phone busy. If I gotta call you, even if you're not answering, if I gotta call your phone nonstop just so that you cannot be in people's comments, I would do that. If I got to come to your house, because at this point, this is a cry for help. She needs y'all, and y'all are not here for her. One person DM'd me and said, I was not there that night. And like, me and her aren't friends, but we have a lot of mutual friends, and I know her. She's been through a whole lot. She's had a very tough time. I said, she keep making threats, she gonna go through a lot more. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm disengaging for her mental health, but we don't take threats lightly. I don't have that type of nigga. I don't have that type of man who's gonna take threats lightly. So
hold on, go back, because the coworker that I like texted me to let me know that the thing that we need to get taken. It
was resolved?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, cool. And I blanked for a second, and then I came back and I heard,
yeah,
my man don't take threats. And I said, wait, what did I miss?
She kept saying things like, she said something to him about getting him touched, or she said something about like, we can meet up, you could pull up. She at one point she said something about my mama should have taught me something. I said, your mama should have taught you not to be crawling on the floor in the club, but she didn't. She said, my mama taught me how to beat people up because she was fighting in church. Why the fuck would you say that? Why are you telling me that? All the signs are there that something is not. That's not important here. The fact that your mama was fighting in church. Why would you say that? But anyway, she made a lot of very, very empty threats. And, not nothing I'm personally worried about. She made a lot of empty threats, but that's not the point. I don't give a fuck what you've been through. I'm disengaging because of that. I'm gonna let you make it, but keep talking. You're gonna go through a lot more. I don't know what reason you on, but I can give you 14, 15, 16. We don't have to stop at 13. I'm like that. So find you somebody to play with. The person who DM me, I said, you need to reach out to some of y'all mutual friends. Somebody needs to go get that girl some help. Get her a good support system before she need life support. Because we don't play empty threats. So figure that out. But anywho, that was fun. It was a good old time. It was fun laughing at her until I realized that you're not supposed to be laughing at these type of people. So I disengaged. I blocked her. Because at first I made a video, I put it on my story, and I was like, I'm no longer engaging, and I am requesting that y'all do the same thing, just disengage. But then when I realized everybody not seeing your story, some people seen it, and I was like, all right, I'll leave it alone. But everybody not gonna see your story. People, it's a reel. People are just commenting. They don't know what's going on. So I just blocked her because I noticed her continuing to talk to people, continuing to respond to people, and I was like, yeah, she's on a downward spiral.
It's not gonna help anything. Continuing to.
Especially when you can't argue with people who don't live in reality for real. One that online, I'm delusional. That playful shit is cool.
It's actually not, because one of the things that I've realized that I hate the most, like, people calling other people narcissists online is one thing. Like, that's very, first of all, having a social media profile brings out the narcissism in you. Because it makes you the king of your own little, like,
I'm the main character.
Exactly. It does that for you. So, like, some of those are traits of narcs. Anyway, the thing that I hate most is delusion, is when people be like, oh, I'm delusional, because I'd be like, have you ever sat across from someone who's actively having a delusion? Mm-hmm. It's frightening.
Yeah.
Because you realize this person has
no idea
of what is happening right in front of them, and they believe a completely different thing than you believe. And not for funnies, not for I think I kind of understand, not for I'm missing your point and being obtuse.
No, I am very secure in what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying is fact.
I have had someone sit across from me and tell me that they are a kingpin on a government watch list and that aliens are their parents. Mm-hmm. And fully and wholeheartedly believe that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I like to say that I live in a constant state of delusion, but I don't. It's a joke.
Yes.
So that's what I mean. Like that type of delusion, like the joke, like I am always aware of reality. I just choose to ignore it. Like I know, I just choose to ignore it. But when you are dealing with somebody who is actually delusional, one, like you said, it is scary because just reading her comments and just trying to figure out what are you talking about? That's not happening.
I've been there on a couple of different occasions where I go, oh, I'm just gonna block you
for your own good.
And I didn't. So this is one of the things that I realized, which everybody else has been doing. I realized, but I hadn't. Which is, when you like make a video based off someone's comment on TikTok, I was never blocking the people that I was making the videos about. I just let them go. And they just continued to get roasted in the comments. I almost never blocked them.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you could just like make the video, tell them something in the comments real quick, and then block them, and they would never even have a chance to like even respond in the video. I was like, yo.
Yeah, that's not me at all.
I didn't bother. Like after I just stopped engaging at a certain point.
I like mental sparring. I love it, actually. Like, I enjoy going back and forth with people on the internet. I genuinely do.
I do when we can have a conversation about... It's enjoyable for me when we're arguing about something that's not actually important.
Right. Agreed.
I don't want to argue the validity of my humanity or anybody else's humanity online for everybody to watch.
Yeah.
It's really stupid. It's really irritating. And it feels unnecessarily time consuming.
Mm-hmm.
I hate having to do it.
Agreed.
But, arguing with people over dumb shit for funds? Yes. That's why I think that's one of the reasons why men love basketball so much. Because we can argue voraciously and ferociously and get upset over complete dumb shit. It doesn't even matter.
No.
But you have emotional attachments to certain players and certain storylines. Bro, the game is coming on tonight.
Mm.
And I have an emotional attachment to Anthony Edwards. I want this little nigga to succeed so bad because he plays kind of like Jordan. Like his style of play is kind of like Jordan. He even look a little bit like Jordan, just a shorter version. And the boy got bounced. It's crazy. But I don't know how I got there. I have no idea how I got there.
We took a trip. But yeah, that was my update. The lady has been blocked, and I hope she get the help that she need, because that was cringy. It was cringy. It was hard to watch. It was like a train wreck that you just couldn't get away from. I did have to tell her, I was on the live and she was in there, but I was like, you really do need to get you some new friends, because your friends they're not even helping you in the comments. The first friend who found my page, just found my video and sent it to her, she said in the comments, at the time when y'all were dancing, it just looked like y'all were having a good time. But now I can completely see that you were uncomfortable.
So then
ain't no way in.
Then at that point, why are you letting your friend spiral in my comments?
Because they don't give a fuck about her. Because they don't care about her. Which is what I kept trying to tell her. This ain't even about you. It's about your friends, the people you had with you on your birthday. It's about them.
And they fully acknowledged that what you were doing was wrong. And they now are like, oh, we see that. But then they're not even stopping you.
They're not stopping you.
We were wrong. This is about us. And this is this is the point she's trying to make. They're just continuing.
Just letting her do it.
They're continuing to make an example of themselves about your point. They keep re-emphasizing your point.
Someone said to that friend, why didn't y'all go get her? Why didn't y'all stop her? And she said, get her? That's a grown woman. She's not my responsibility. And I said, and that's where we differ. Because if it's my friend's birthday and they outside acting the ass and they're drunk, well, she claims that she wasn't drunk. But if that's how you act sober, then okay, then the rules apply to sobriety too. But you are my responsibility. You're my friend. It's your birthday. You are my responsibility.
Okay, so I've been out and I always feel like people are my responsibility, which is why I typically do not relax, which is also why I like to be in the house, because I'm only responsible for myself and I don't have to keep a watch over everybody that I feel like is is my responsibility to protect.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't imagine watching that and not stepping in, or not, like, if my friend is like dancing like in a way that I feel like is out of character, and I know that it's out of character because you've been drinking too much, and I know that you're doing things that are making other people uncomfortable, and it's just a little.
That's the part.
That's when I'm gonna go like grab you.
The first part that you said, they said they're used to seeing her in the club completely sober, according to them, doing flips and splits and all kind of crawl, like that's very normal. That is very much within her character. So I can understand y'all not stopping it initially. Somebody should have saw that she was making me uncomfortable and came and got her.
Yeah.
That is where I draw the line. I have a friend who, when she go out, I tend to go to happy hours and shit like that with her. Stuff where we're not gonna get lit. Going out at night, I typically don't go with her because I know how she act. She gonna be bent over. She gonna have her ass in the air. She gonna be flirting with everybody. She's gonna be doing a whole lot. And sometimes if you try to stop her, she will get an attitude with you. And so I'm just not gonna come because you're not gonna cuss me out while I'm trying to stop you. But even if I'm out with that friend and I already know how she's gonna respond, I'm not letting her be the weird bitch in the club. I'm simply not. I don't care if that means me and her got to get into it. If she's gonna be mad at me, I'm not going to sit by with my phone out watching you make somebody else visibly uncomfortable. There is no way I'm letting anybody that I consider my friend go outside like that. I'm just not.
It's because you're a real friend.
I actually like my friends and care about my friends, and I don't care to see them crash out. But
me neither.
Yeah, but everybody don't have that. And I'm just shocked that the girl was just that. I'm not shocked anymore because I understand that there's something going on, something else fueling that. But initially I'm like, what the fuck are you even upset about? This wasn't about you. This was about your whack ass friends. This wasn't even about you.
I wasn't even trying to be on your head.
And she kept saying, like, she kept telling people, who are you calling drunk? I wasn't drunk, girl. That's not the offensive thing here. The drunk is not the part you should be offended by. Them calling you a weird ass, lame ass bitch is what you should be offended by. You mad because they calling you drunk. Girl, you acting drunk. And you should just let that. You should just take that.
If you were doing that sober, it's also.
That's really an issue. Crawling around on the club floor.
And sober-minded, not being able to tell when you're making people uncomfortable. It's one thing for you to be drunk and have a lack of self-awareness and that be a thing, but it's a complete other to be sober minded and not be able to tell. And I get it, because sometimes that's a skill that has to be learned. Self-awareness doesn't come naturally to everyone. Mm-hmm. I had to learn it at some point. I'm sure at some point I was weird and awkward and made people uncomfortable. But at some point you got to grow up and say, okay, so I've got to learn some more people skills. Yeah. Maybe I missed the mark here, and this is not a condemnation of who I am as a person. Mm-hmm. It is a, hey, you did a thing. Please don't do this thing. Right. It made me uncomfortable. And being able to take that and go, all right, cool. I apologize. I will attempt never to do that again. I got you. Yeah. And not let that be a thing that now ruins how I see myself completely because someone told me something that conflicts with the image that I have of myself as this like very important person who is infallible. Mm-hmm. I don't live in that world no more. Right. I make mistakes, and when I do, I just go, okay, I messed up there. All right, cool. How can I make this right? I'm sorry. What do I do to fix it? Yeah. And I don't understand why more people don't have that approach of like, oh, it's not even that whether I believe I made you uncomfortable or not. You said you did this thing.
Yeah, I don't want to make you feel like that.
I felt a way. And that's all that really needs to be told to me.
I've always had a lot of self-awareness, but I told you I think I have a very mild case of people pleasing. And I think that has a lot to do with it. I am always aware of, I always try to be aware of how I'm coming off because I don't want to ever make people uncomfortable. I don't want to put people in bad situations. I care about other people's time and how I'm making them feel. So I've always had a very high sense of self-awareness because of that.
So, all right. So I feel like I have a secure attachment style now, but my attachment style before that was avoidant, more than likely. Probably a little disorganized too, but most likely avoidant. And I don't know if it's people pleasing, but I'd be like, how much conflict do I care to have? And if I say this, it'll create unnecessary conflict that I don't even want to deal with. So I'm just going to let it rock until I'm like, all right, cool. Now I'm ready for some conflict. And there was a point in my life when I genuinely enjoyed conflict because I knew what it was going to bring and I was here for that. But as I have matured, I'd be like, bro, which of these is actually worth it?
Yeah.
I want peace.
Yeah. In most places in my life.
Which is why I get so irritated, because why won't you just let me have peace?
Peace is the answer. Peace is the goal. I just want to be happy. I just want to chill. I'm in such a good place in my life.
Yeah.
It's just, I just want peace, but I'm done being the peacekeeper.
Yeah. And we've talked about that.
So, and I'm no longer, and I often have I'm on whatever you on type. That's often my mindset. I'm on whatever you on. But no. Sometimes I'm on that, whether you on that or not. Or vice versa. You can be on that. I'm chilling regardless. I don't have to engage. But I find myself in less and less situations where I'm on whatever you on. No, I'm going to choose what we on. Or at the very least, I'm going to choose what I'm on. And I'm not just going to be matching your energy.
That's fair.
Speaking of that, this can be a little topic that we talk about. How do you feel about matching energy with a woman? Like in dating and relationships and stuff.
Depends on what kind of context. So give me a scenario or a situation.
I don't really have one. My brain is not working like that right now, but I will just tell you what I don't like.
Okay.
I can't stand no match your energy ass nigga. You are a grown ass man. I am just a girl. I don't want no nigga that's gonna match my energy. If I got an attitude, why the fuck you got an attitude? If I'm in a bad mood, why you now in a bad mood? Like, I don't want nobody that's gonna match my energy. If I'm walking around the house pouting, like, who had a really, really good video? I saw Kev on stage make a really, really good video a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. And he said that he had to realize that sometimes his wife is in a bad mood and that has absolutely nothing to do with him. And he does not have to then be in a bad mood too. He said he used to be like, I see she might just wake up in a bad mood. I know I ain't did nothing, but it's like, well, damn, if you got an attitude, I'm not gonna be walking around this bitch smiling, you thinking shit sweet. And you got an attitude, like, no, I'm on what you on. Like, if you got an attitude, now we beefed up. But he had to realize that her attitude don't have nothing to do with me. And I don't have to now have an attitude just because she got one.
To me, all I hear when you said that is, do I dictate what type of energy I want to give people, or do I allow them to dictate what's going to happen based on what they want? And my answer to that is, I always choose to be in control. Whatever control is, I choose that thing, because why would I give away control?
Yeah.
I don't want you to dictate what we own.
Yeah.
And also, my feelings are independent of sometimes anything that you have done. They are a reaction to whatever stimulus, and I will navigate that as I see fit. And I'm usually fairly good at compartmentalizing a feeling, and we can deal with that in a second, but let's complete the mission. And then I'll go back to those feelings a little later when I've had some time to sit with them, which can be dangerous, because now that I'm working through the feelings and I'm thinking about but we don't have to get into that. So it's very Scorpio of me, but that's, yeah. Or
I don't like it. And I am not one of those type of girls who be calling niggas sassy, because I don't mind a little sassy. I personally don't have, but that's where a lot of that shit come from, because so many men be like, okay, but y'all do it. Okay, I'm a girl.
So this is the thing. I do believe in, how do I say this? The best way I can say it is bratting back. But that is a very specific set of circumstances that presents itself in an attempt for me to either turn the situation humorous or erotic. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not like with actual like real things.
Yeah. Vet is out of town, and so I had to take the trash out.
Okay.
And I said, we was on the phone, and I said something along the lines of, I guess address me as I'm a grown ass man now since I had to take the trash out. And I joke like that all the time. But then he said, we was getting off the phone when I said that, and then he said, well, all right, big bro.
He got your ass. I love that.
I had to double take because I heard it, but wait, what? Because I have a new euphemism for smoking. Okay. I used to say whenever I have my inhaler, that used to be it. But now, since I'm always saying I'm just a girl, I've changed it to whenever I'm talking about smoking, I'm just a dragon.
I'm just a dragon.
Because I was on live one time. You can't smoke on live. Yeah. So I stepped outside the live to smoke, and when I came back, you could see a little bit of the smoke, and I said, "I'm sorry, guys, I'm just a dragon."
I'm here for it.
So that's my new euphemism for whenever I'm smoking. But I'm oftentimes a dragon. So I was like, I forgot that I had literally just said I'm a grown ass man. So when he said, "All right, big bro,"
threw you off completely.
Okay.
See, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is an example of writing back. That's how that works.
Yeah, because it got me. Because what you mean? Don't do that. I'm the jokester around this motherfucker. Ain't nobody else need to be making no jokes around.
You got to keep you on your toes.
I wear heels regularly. I am constantly on my damn toes. Next. That's not the answer. I'm always on my damn toes.
That's a surprise. That's another surprise you didn't enjoy.
We are 36. Do we have a docket?
Yes, we do.
Okay, I have one more thing. Time. Well, I don't know what time because I got to edit it down. But anyway, I would like for y'all to tell me congratulations because guess who finally got the brand partnership with Shein after all this time? We in there, gang. Like, finally, it's not the deal I wanted, but we working towards that. I feel like I can have that by the end of the year. I'm in the door now, and that's
all you need.
That's all I needed. I just needed the platform.
My deal was the most fucked up deal ever. But shit, I just
needed the platform. I done got my foot in the door. Yeah. So yesterday morning I woke up to an email, said go ahead and start. So what I want is for them to send me free clothes and pay me to make videos. That is what I want ultimately. But right now I have just an affiliate link. So if I have any other clothes that I already buy or whatever, it really doesn't even matter if it's my clothes. Anybody who buys anything using my link, much like TikTok Shop, much like Amazon, anybody who buys anything using my link, I will get paid for it. I checked. I already have a little commission on the way. Could be mine because I did place an order using my link. I created a whole new Shein account because I didn't know if it would work if I did it through my own account. I created a whole new Shein account, made a purchase. Now, granted, I did do that just so I can see how it works, so I can see like, okay, at what point am I gonna start seeing the money come? Yeah, and I needed to buy some clothes anyway, but I didn't need to buy clothes. But
you bought some clothes.
Yes, I did. I bought a bunch of clothes. I bought about $300. I spent about $300, but at Shein, $300, you got 60 pieces of clothes. 60 items individual. I got me stuff. I got vet stuff. I got the kids stuff. Yeah, I got tons of stuff for $300. So still.
Yeah, it is. I don't be on Shein that much. Maybe I need to go on Shein.
It's definitely stuff on there. For men, it's a lot of like for vet. Every time I buy myself something, I usually will buy him a couple of things too. So I get a lot of sets for him. And you don't necessarily have to wear them. I buy sets for myself. That don't mean you got to wear them together, but it'll come, like the shirts that fit kind of loose with the shorts, the little sets. I get them sweatpants from there. I get them t-shirts from there. Just stuff like that. It ain't stuff that you going to make a
fit with.
Yeah, but just casual lounge. We finna go run some errands. We finna go get something to eat. Yeah.
I need more clothes,
and it's cheap. You can get a set for like $14.
I need more clothes that I can just like run errands in, and stuff that I'm comfortable. Just be like, I can run this into the ground, and I can wear this to the gym also.
And it does gym clothes too. I get a lot of my gym clothes from Shein. Yeah, it's like people be like, oh, but the stuff don't last long. It was $8, bro. I don't care. And also, in my personal experience, I've been wearing Shein years at this point. Mm-hmm. I have had one thing mess up in the washing machine. One. Mm-hmm. That is it. So I don't know if y'all are, I said this on TikTok a long time ago. I don't know if y'all are taking y'all clothes out to a stream and beating them with rocks in order to clean it. If that's what but my washing machine and dryer has only, and even then, that was one of those items that was like a very thin. I should have knew better than to put that shit in the washing machine. But also, it was $8, so I didn't care. Like it's not that big
like, bro,
of a
it's
deal.
cheaper than H&M.
It's cheaper than H&M.
And H&M is like,
very,
and you can't wash their stuff, but like twice. It's gonna fall. It's gonna be real cute, and then it's gonna fall apart. Bro, people, you used to. This is the other thing. You would go to H&M right before an event to grab things specifically for the event. Because you're gonna look clean
for that night.
For that one night, you was a superstar.
Yeah.
Second, you try to do anything else with it.
I like H&M. I don't really have too many issues with the clothes.
What made you mad was Express was the exact same as H&M,
but so much more expensive
because it lasted. Because that stuff you can actually wash.
Oh. I remember everybody was boycotting.
This is what real fabric feels like.
I remember when everybody was boycotting H&M because of the coolest monkey in the jungle thing. Remember that?
I do.
I never boycotted. I stole from there. That's how you get them back. Not shopping there, you're not doing anything.
The statute of limitations is up on that one. Okay.
I told y'all I have a cue card. I have a flash card with the statute of limitations of all the crimes that I frequent.
That you frequent is crazy. I just want you to know that.
All the crimes that I just be looking through the list like, yeah, that might come up. Let me put it on the list. It's laminated and everything. So yeah, the statute of limitations is up for that. But yeah, still from them. Like you're not like just don't get caught. But like boycotting, I'm not going to H&M. They don't give a fuck. They do not care. Still.
I feel like in like a year or so, you're going to come out and be like, yeah, I'm actually a supervillain. Because you keep giving us breadcrumbs of all the things. I'm just like, what you trying to tell us, bro?
It's going to be one of those situations where people are like, how didn't we see this coming?
It's your
rollout. when you look back, it's like, the signs were so obvious. There's going to be some random clip that nobody's ever seen of me before saying, yeah, I did it. It's like, we didn't know what that meant when she said it, but
completely makes sense now.
Yeah, I pushed him. So
Jesus Christ.
I don't care if he two. He was in my way.
God damn, bro. We saw this and just nobody paid attention.
And we thought it was funny. We thought it was a joke. Till the footage comes out of me kicking the shit out of a child.
Oh my God. Can't believe this. I never saw it coming.
How did we not see this coming? That's so unlike her. Then you look back. No, that's exactly like her.
And then it comes out 50 Cent's been saying this about you the whole time. Like, yo.
That's when I know I made it. When I have a beef with 50 Cent, that is he's the final boss. That is pinnacle. That is top. You've made it. Once I beef with 50 Cent, that's it. Close the curtains.
I've never won problems with 50 Cent ever in my life.
I don't think I wouldn't be able to win. 50 Cent is probably one of the few people who I think would give me
that's
a
not
run
a
money.
there's a
because he got too much.
I have a lot of self-awareness, and my self-awareness lets me know, hey, that's not a fight you can win, bro. It's like Jake Paul messing with Tyson, even in Tyson's old age. Like, I'm not stupid enough to think that some of them instincts go away. Do I think that maybe if I run around and act scared for long enough, I can make him have a heart attack in the ring? Possibly. But do I think I can defend and land on Mike Tyson?
I don't think you could run around and make him have a heart attack.
No, I doubt that. I'm
incredible shape.
This is the thing. This is the thing. Remember we talked about how like 13-year-old me is trying to pretend, he's trying to figure out how to make himself not look scared. I don't think there's any way that Mike doesn't smell fear on me.
Yeah.
Like, I could try to act stoic and as hard as I want, but Mike is a different kind of animal that goes, Oh, I see it on you.
Mm-hmm.
You like Krabby Patties, don't you?
You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward?
And I don't want that. I don't know why anyone would want that problem willingly.
Money. I don't think there's but I feel like
we just talked about delusions because he wholeheartedly believes.
Do you think so?
I think to be certain kinds of athlete, you have to be delusional.
Mm-hmm.
I think to make it as a boxer, you have to be extremely delusional. To make it to the NFL, you've got to be extremely delusional. To make it to the NBA, extremely delusional. To become a world-renowned or premier or professional soccer player, most professional athletes, you have to be some level of delusional to think that you're going to make it because so many people don't.
But is that delusion though? I don't know that that's necessarily delusion as it is because it I don't think it's delusion because they make it happen. The reason I say delusional is because
it is a unprovable belief system that you have no real evidence of and you're just moving forward into it.
But you do though. I feel like it would be delusional if I decided, you know what? Fuck that. I can make it to the WNBA if I start trying right now and I believe that, that's delusional. But if I have been playing basketball for my entire life and I'm good and I win and I have like I played AAU, I played in high school and I have a track record, it still requires a little bit of like it still requires faith, but I don't think it's delusion because you do have proof that you're at the very least good. Maybe you don't know if you'll make it to the NBA, but you have at the very least, you know you better than the people around you.
So one of the things I've learned playing basketball, especially, is how good I'm not. Because like I played in I grew up in England. I grew up in England and I hooped and I was very, very good. And I think younger me grown up stateside, I probably would have been even better because I would have had better coaching that emphasized the skills that I had. And I played like an athletic ass point guard that didn't really care about trying to jump with trees. That's kind of how I played. I got hurt a lot doing that too. So I think had I been in the States, I probably would have been the same and I would have thought that. But one of the things you learn being in Houston is there are runs that you can go to that have like dudes that play overseas. And when I think about the gap that there is between them and regular people, I'd be like, oh, y'all shouldn't even be here.
It really feels unfair. That's like the motherfuckers who be going to karaoke and can sing for real.
Yes. Bro, like you shouldn't even be like you just dunked on him. Like, bro, that's an old man with a knee brace. He is
just trying to get a good
he's just trying to get cardio.
He's just trying to keep his heart rate up. Bro, that's on his forehead. Like because you
who put does this, on the poster bro?
For what? At 24 hours?
Bro, you threw an elbow, dog. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And now I'm getting to the point where like I don't want to run with nobody who looks like they're under the age of like 24. Mainly because not just do the young bulls got energy, which is fine. I get that. Run around. You just want to run around and shoot. Everybody thinks they're Steph Curry. That's the type of basketball y'all play now. Or you think you Kyrie Irving, but you can't make the layup. Like y'all, this is who they think they are. And I get it. Have your fun. But I don't want to play with y'all because you do dumb things. And now I am so unmotivated to run back and play defense or do any type of like thing that would make this an enjoyable game for me because you've ruined it. Yeah. And now I want to sub out for somebody, but I can't do that because if I go to the sideline without even trying, one, that's really, really bad and I would feel bad about myself. Yeah. But two, if we lose, I'm going to have to wait an hour to get back on this court. So now I got to figure out a way to win this game, which you selfish, sorry, everybody thinks that they're freaking AI, freaking some dribbler. You are a big, go get in the paint, grab a rebound. How have you been? I'm sorry.
Yeah, once it start getting too much into basketball, I'm like, yeah, touchdown.
You be trolling me. I swear to God. I didn't realize it was trolling for a while, and then I caught it, and I was like, she's trolling. Apart from Thor. With Thor, you be dead ass serious.
I'm so fucking serious.
I know.
That is not a white man.
I know. Oh, have you had any? Oh, you still haven't watched any more Viking, huh?
We haven't. I'm still in season 3. Yeah, but I haven't been watching it this week because he's been gone, and that's one of the shows that we watched together. Baby, skip forward like 10 seconds. He need to come home. I'm ready to watch it. I miss Ragnar. I'm just playing. It was a joke. Okay. I'm just kidding. But no, I do like actually really enjoy the show. So it's like then when you watching the show with somebody and they not here, it's like, bro, I'm bored. I just want to watch the show because it's the show that actually, because most of the shows that I watch I have already seen. Mm-hmm. Did I tell you the post that I saw about that? They said that a lot of people who have anxiety and depression will have a lot of comfort shows because, well, the reason I could think of a few reasons why, but the reason this post, they said it's because you find comfort in knowing what's going to happen. I am not one of those people who you have to worry about spoilers. I want to know what's going to happen. And he be getting so mad. I'll ask him. I'm like, bro, is he going to die? Well, I don't want to tell you. If you don't tell me, I'm just going to look it up. Because it makes me anxious not knowing. And it doesn't take away from the show. I want to know if he's going to die, yes or no. And then I can watch and just be like, oh, is this the moment where it's going to happen? It doesn't take it away from me, for me. It makes me anxious not knowing.
So my brain works a little differently. Mm-hmm. So with most shows, sometimes I can't tell if a show is good because it's actually good or it's good because I can't predict the ending.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like I do, like most shows, I can just predict the ending. And so it's like, this is not as interesting to me.
Yeah. I had watched that movie. I can't remember the name of it. That movie that came out, I think it was late last year. Yeah, because I was recovering from my surgery when I watched it. So that was in December. So it came out late last year. The one that the Obamas produced. And it was about like this family that in the end of the world, or like, do you remember that movie? The Obamas produced. I can't remember the name of it. Mahershala Ali is in it.
I have never seen this movie.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. But that movie, it made me feel like that because after I finished watching it, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this because I am a similar way. If I can predict the ending, I often can predict what's going to happen. And it does kind of take away from the movie. I couldn't predict what was going to happen in that movie, but I still felt like the movie was ass. I didn't enjoy the movie. It felt like so long, and the ending made the movie suck because it didn't really wrap.
It didn't tie everything in together, and it's
not going to be a sequel.
It's like, now I don't know why we went through all of this.
It was a long movie. There was so much happening. All for them to at the end be like, we're under attack.
I feel that way about the movie Dear White People.
I've never seen the movie. I watched the show for a little bit.
The show is better than the movie.
Was the show? I think I might have watched the first 2 seasons. Was it always a musical? Or did it turn into a musical? I knew I wasn't tripping.
Which is probably why I stopped watching it, because it was like, I don't want to do this.
I'm not doing no fucking musicals. No, I'm not doing.
I didn't come to y'all for all that.
I have room for one musical in my life.
What's your one musical?
My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
That's fair.
Have you seen it?
I've seen a little bit of it. I didn't.
All the songs are funny. That's why she literally has a song about her titties being big. Like all the songs are funny.
It's so you know how you were like quirky and white. It's so quirky and white that I'm just like, and it's also like mental health, and so I'm like, I need to maybe
very much mental health.
I was like,
especially the later seasons when she starts getting diagnosed, like a lot of mental health.
So I don't know if I would want to watch something like that, because I'm like, now I'm looking at like people that I be dealing with in real life.
Well, I will say this though. I think what keeps me separated from real life with that show is it's very exaggerated. Like the stuff that she was doing, I do believe that people do. I do believe that actually happens. I don't believe that the people around don't recognize what's happening. In that show, a lot of the people, it was only a couple of people in the show who saw who she was and was like, no, something's wrong. It was only a couple of people. Everybody else around her acted like what she was doing was just normal, and everybody wanted to be her friend and loved her and all that. So that's the part that keeps me out of reality, because if I saw somebody acting like that, I just saw somebody acting like that, and I said, you know what? I see what's going on here. I'm gonna back away. And the fact that nobody really did that is what helped me separate that from reality. Because in real life, you couldn't play in people's face like that. Not the way that she was doing it, because everything that she was doing was very outlandish, and they just act like, oh, I don't see nothing wrong with the way that I don't see nothing wrong with you breaking into his house in the middle of the night and stealing his phone to delete a text message. That's the type of shit she would do. Yeah. She accidentally sent the text message, so she broke into his house to try to steal his phone to delete the text message before he seen it. If a friend called me and said, that's what we finna do, baby, no, we're not. We're not doing that. But her friends went with her to B&E. So
what a full circle anointing. We just got there.
But are those good friends or bad friends?
Hey, you tell me. Feel like you've already given your opinion on the subject. We know very well.
Yeah.
God damn it, that's how you pod.
And we are 55 minutes in.
And
probably
barely
a little less
touched.
than that because we cut some out at the beginning. But have we done anything?
I don't know. Sorry,
it's delayed on there, but it's fine on the video.
Okay.
We're recording now. Of the past several episodes, we've been recording with a phone is what's recording, but we have the setup with my computer so that we can see ourselves bigger, and it be lagging sometimes. And I be thinking, like, the first time I started doing that, I was like, oh no, I wonder if the video is gonna be fine, but the video was fine.
Okay.
Now, whenever I wanted to do it, it don't ever do it. But when I'm just randomly talking, because I talk with my hands.
You know, one day we're going to get a real camera.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have a real camera, and I be thinking about bringing it. This is just so much easier. And the quality, I think the quality is good. I don't know that the quality is a whole lot better on the camera that I have.
Because you know that one that I got from that place. And it was not good at all.
I bought one from there, returned it the next day.
I didn't even return it.
Oh, yeah. I've been in my return bag lately. I returned, over the past 2 weeks, I've been to Ulta 6 times. Each time I was returning something. Let me stop lying. Exchanging. But that's not the point. I wasn't keeping shit that I don't need. That's the point. Trying shit, it don't work, take it back. You don't need it, put it back. I'm usually not like that.
Me neither. I'll be like, I guess we're just going to suffer with this bad decision that we made.
I can do it with, like, makeup because I don't like this. I'm not going to use it. With clothes, majority of the time, if I need to return clothes, it's because it's too big. And in my head, I'm just like, I'm going to be thick one day and I'm going to be able to fit this. So I'm going to keep it. I have a bag that literally written on it. It says clothes that I like but can't fit.
So all of the stuff that I have that I was like, that I grew out of because I got fat and a little pudgy, I used to look at it and be like, at one point I'm going to be able to fit back in this. And then I saw pictures of myself from when I was that tiny. And I was like, I actually don't want to be that small ever again. Yeah. I actually want to keep this size and just not be fat, which is what I've been working on. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
My thighs touch. I'm so excited. My thighs have not touched since I came home with my kid. Like my thighs touched when I went in to have my youngest son. By the time I got home after having him, they didn't touch no more.
So there was some video that I saw you and I was like, oh, you've been working out for real. Mm-hmm. I was like, I can see the like
definition.
Yeah.
And that's what I was struggling with for like, not this week. I think it might've been last week, but I was struggling because I know I still don't eat right. I'm doing a lot better than I was, but I still don't eat right. So it's like, I can see at this point, this was a couple of weeks ago, I could see the difference for me going to the gym, but it's not the difference that I want. I was getting defined, but getting toned was never my goal. I want to be bigger.
So in that case, what I would tell you to do is don't do cardio.
I don't. Well, I do, but I don't think I can not. I do cardio because I superset.
So stop supersetting.
But I don't like being. It takes too long. That's taking a break after every exercise takes entirely too long.
So one of the things that's happening, because what you want to do for real is bulk. So the way you bulk is not the same. Like if you're doing supersets, what you don't want is for your heart rate to be up super, super, super high, because then you're burning more calories. What you do want is to exert the muscle. So you want to give yourself time to cool down and for the muscles to relax again, so then you can go in and lift out again at full strength. You're gonna have to be slightly more patient. And what I would suggest that you do is go heavier so that you can keep yourself entertained.
I do be going heavy. I went to the gym last night at like 10 something.
Oh, oh yes. Now we speaking the same language.
Yeah.
We're here.
Cause I didn't get back home till, I don't know what time I left to go to the gym, but I didn't get back home till like 11:10. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was in there. I was very proud of myself because I was able to do, so I posted a video of me doing 200 pounds on the leg press, and I did that, and I was very proud of that. But when I go back and look at the video, I was not close enough, so it was a little bit easier. So now I've been trying to work up to be able to do the 200 pounds, but sitting where I'm supposed to be, so it's full range of motion. So I went in there. Last night I did 3 sets of 10. The first I did 160, 180. 200. So I was able to do it, and I did it with my feet close together because last night I was only working the outer abductors. Adduction. I don't remember. Adductor. I don't never remember which is which. But yeah, I was only working the outer, and then so I was able to do the 200 with my feet close together, which is harder for me. I don't know if it's just harder in general, but I know feet close together is harder than feet shoulder width apart. So I was able to do that, and I also got up on the cords. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? The machine where you adjust the weight and it has the cords that you pull. You can do a bunch of different exercises on it. I always do that, and I do abductor exercise on there. That is very hard, and I usually do that at like 15, 20 pounds, but I did get up to 30 pounds last night. I was very proud of myself. That was the first time I went past 25 pounds. So, and then I did some other stuff, some fire hydrants. I finally learned this girl sent me a workout plan, right? She saw that I was working out. She sent me this workout plan. But some of the stuff that she had on there, like the names of the exercises, I was like, this is going to take more time because I don't know what these names mean. Then one of them said a donkey kick with a barbell. I said, huh? I thought I knew what a donkey kick was.
So do I.
Yeah, but I did it in the gym last night. I did donkey kicks and fire hydrants with a barbell. You just put it behind your, like, you know, you're on all fours. You put it here and you kind of squeeze it and then just do the exercise, holding that in the back of your knee. Yeah, I actually did it, and I felt the difference between doing it with no weights. Now, normally I'll do fire hydrants with my band and for the resistance, but I did it with the 15-pound dumbbell. I was like, okay, I didn't even know that was a thing. But yeah, you can do that. But yeah, I'm getting there. I see much more of a difference. I usually don't wear jeans because I feel like I like to wear tight jeans, but they show how small I am. But I've been wearing jeans lately.
That was the video. I saw you in a pair of jeans, and I was like, friend been fucking working. Yes. Yeah. I was like, fucking right. Friend been fucking working. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah. I know that's when I noticed it the first time too. I was like, okay. And then I wore jeans again the next day. Like when I went out, when all that shit happened with that girl, I had jeans on that night too because I'm like, yeah, I feel a lot more confident in these jeans. It was the
thickness, friend. She couldn't stay away from it.
A few people was like, can you blame her? Look at how you was looking. I would have been trying to rub up on you too. Okay, but she might.
I wouldn't have made you uncomfortable though.
Crawling on the floor is a line I simply cannot. You can't come back from that. Bitch,
so
I see you crawling towards me like the fucking Ring, like The Grudge.
It's like that thing of, did you see the thing with Kevin Hart and Kai Cenat, where Kevin Hart he's like I sold. He was just like, you fucking moron. She was trying to give you an out.
Oh yeah. No, I saw other people talking about it, but I never saw the actual clip. I only saw the clip of them arguing about who was taller, and they are the exact same fucking height.
That was hilarious.
Because both of them, at one point, both of them said, I'm clearly taller. It's not clearly if y'all both can say that.
Also, you just realize Kev is just Kev all the time. Mm-hmm. He's just never not being Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Which, he was fucking funny.
I enjoy Kevin Hart. I know a lot of people don't like Kevin Hart. I enjoy Kevin Hart. I don't typically like him in movies. Because they're corny, but that's not necessarily his fault. Like, he just taking the roles.
You ask him to come be Kevin Hart in a movie.
Yeah. Yeah, but I like interviews, just sitting down watching him talk, watching his brain work in live action. I enjoy Kevin Hart.
Quick.
And that's my I really appreciate somebody quick on their feet, able to. Yeah, I really appreciate that. So I enjoy Kevin Hart. I love seeing him and The Rock together. I feel like they feed off each other so well. Right. Like in interviews, they feed off each other so freaking well.
They have that like, I love you, but I also hate you thing. It's very like, it feels very like siblings, like actual, because that's how siblings are. Yeah, it's very much I love you, but you get on my nerves.
But at the same time, please back away before I have to.
Before I gotta hurt you, before
there's fisticuffs involved.
Yeah. Also, speaking of people being in interviews, have you heard about what they seen about how Sterling K. Brown keeps shading J-Lo?
No, but shout out to him. I enjoy Sterling K. Brown.
So do I.
Yes, we're watching. Have you ever seen From?
No.
So if you enjoy horror. That don't feel right coming out. Anyway, if you enjoy scary movies and scary shows, it's a TV show on Prime called From. It's pretty good with Sterling K. Brown. Yeah.
Yeah,
what does he do with
J-Lo? Been shading her on red carpets and in interviews. Like they'll be like together.
They have something together.
Apparently they did some type of project together, and he's apparently like shading her, and it's very black. So all the black people are like.
We just talked about this last episode when I was like, I like your little dress.
Yes.
And she don't know what's going on. I was going to post that clip from last week, but I was like, I don't know if I'm prepared for the people who, you know how people are. Why would you bully a kid? Why would you say that to a child? That girl was affirmed, as you said. Yeah. But anyway, that type of thing where he's shading her, but she don't necessarily catch that it's shade. If you were actually from the block, Jenny, that is the exact point that everyone keeps making. Is like, if she was actually from where she is who she says she is, she would catch the shade.
Yes.
But then again, if she was actually who she claimed to be, she probably wouldn't be getting shaded in the first place.
That's a whole other.
But operating also, under this.
But you would. That's not true because someone's always going to try to shade you. People try to shade Beyonce, but Beyonce always deals with people in her own way, or a lot of time just allows the hive to, like the hive carries her lightweight. Now, who does and who will get out there with you? Rihanna back in the day. Oh my God!
When Rihanna posted that picture of them rice cakes with that top bun and them glasses on and some hoop earrings and said that was Karuchi, bitch, that was the best thing I have ever seen on the internet to this day. Rihanna posted a picture of some rice cakes with the top look like it's in a bun, some glasses and some big ass hoop earrings and said that was Karuchi.
There's no way that's not racist. There's absolutely no way that's not racist. You can't convince me that's not. And I love Rihanna, but you can't.
Racism is okay if it's truly funny. Like, it's okay.
That's one of the things. I think that's the thing where comedy is so important, because this is the thing. If something's funny to me, it just is.
It just is.
And we can analyze the reasons as to why it is funny, but sometimes. Not like stupid shit, but when a joke is like so well crafted and so well done and has such good timing that I can't help but laugh, that's an important thing.
Yeah. And sometimes things that are wrong can still be funny.
Yes.
I.e., people falling. Somebody got hurt. I don't give a damn, bro. She bust her ass. Have you ever seen that lady who always be stitching them videos of people falling? And she's like, God damn it. How the fuck did you fall? It's fun. It's never not funny. They literally have a page called Kids Getting Hurt. That's not supposed to be funny, but it is.
Bro, you know what I've realized? This is this only happens on TikTok and it's translated to other places. People have made a living now off of other people making funny videos and them just going to the comment section and reading the funniest comments. And I'm gonna watch it every time because it's hilarious.
Or you posted the clip that you posted on the podcast page when I said what did I say?
What was it about?
people only come on the internet trying to be better than somebody because you ain't never been better than nobody in your real life. People keep tagging that girl. I think her name is CP. She's the lady with the notebook. So she has amassed all of these followers simply from watching other people's videos and then writing down what they said. That's it. Like, somebody tagged the lady with the notebook.
But it's fly as shit.
Yes.
And I'm going to watch it every time, bro.
And I'm going to follow you because your page consists of gems. Everything that you put out is a gem. Mm-hmm. Even if it's not yours, you are introducing us to gems, to dope shit that people have said, to funny things that people have said. So, yeah. Now, I will say what I don't like and who I will block, because creator is those pages who just repost other people's shit. Like, no, they aren't in the video at all. They simply, like, I see it way more on Instagram. You'll have pages
that'll just repost.
That all they do is just post. They will often tag the creator, but I don't like those type of pages because you're literally making money off of my content.
Yeah, that's basically Shade Room.
Yeah, and I have never.
There are always gonna be those that. It's one of the reasons why I never had a YouTube page. Mm-hmm. Because it's like the type of content that I would probably put out, which at the time probably would have been poetry. You could subscribe to my one YouTube page and see my poetry that I'm going to post every so often. Right. Or you could subscribe to one of these big pages that's going to give you content all the time.
Right. Multiple times a day they're posting. Yeah.
So.
We are out.
And didn't even touch this damn.
I feel like this was a good episode too. We've just been sitting up here talking.
Yeah. But I feel like it's one of those things where I would always rather have the docket than not have the docket. Yeah. But
when it can just flow.
And some of the stuff, based on some of the things that we have been talking about, would have just been shallow in comparison. Like but it's like funny stuff. So like one of the things was, I saw this thing that was like, this dude went out for food. He was waiting for the food. Apparently when he brought his food home, because he was supposed to bring his girl some food. Mm-hmm. When he brought his food home, he just brings his girl the food. She refused to eat it because the waitress that had brought him his food apparently had wrote her number down on the receipt and her name. Mm-hmm. And so she refused to eat the food. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, well, how do you feel about that?
I remember making a video quite some time ago on TikTok, a long time ago. And I said, it's recently come to my attention that some of y'all be getting mad at your boyfriend because other bitches be finding him attractive. But you better learn how to fight. I don't want no nigga that don't nobody else want, first of all. If I'm being completely honest, call it what you want or whatever. Like, I like feeling like I have something that other people want and can't get. I enjoy that feeling.
Yeah.
You mean tell me you went out, you got a haircut? And you went outside and ain't nobody compliment you? Why I'm the only? What's wrong with me? Why I'm the only person that wants you?
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't see nothing. Like, I think she's tripping. You know the food ain't spat in. You know, if there was ever a time for you to be sure that your food is prepared properly, now's the time. Let it be chicken. You probably got some extra chicken in there. If it's Chipotle, you probably got some extra chicken or some shit, maybe guac for free. Now is the time. I would be sending his ass up there to get me food every single time. Go put them little tight ass shorts on and go to Chick-fil-A, get my damn food so they can give me some extra a fruit cup or something. Yeah, that's crazy to me. I ain't never, but I'm also I have realized I am an extremely unjealous person. I play jealous. I have never once actually felt like.
I don't be jealous when I know something is mine. When I'm very secure in it, I don't have any.
Yeah.
So I would get more jealous, and this is still probably a thing, but I don't really have this issue no more. If me and little one weren't together and we were kind of in a like situationship where things are unclear, I would probably get extremely jealous.
Because you're not securing your position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I'm secure in my position, I have no reason to feel a way about anything.
Yeah. My man on my body hard. That man literally cannot get enough of me. And you don't put nothing past nobody. You'd be a fool to say nothing bad could ever happen. But possibility and probability are two very different things. I don't have no reason to be jealous. One time I happened to go in. No, I wasn't even in his live. He happened to be on live because he was at work and he was bored. And you know how when you scrolling and you come across a live, you can watch it without going in there. I was just watching and I wasn't even in there. And some girl was talking to him and said something like, "Oh, when are you gonna come to Atlanta?" He said, "Oh, me and Rox we could probably make a trip out to Atlanta. Sure. I mean, I ain't never been to Atlanta before. Yeah, me and my gal can come. No problem." And I popped in at that moment. I said, "Can you cook? Because if you can cook, maybe we can come. Got to be something in it for us. Like what is it?" But I'm not gonna like. So why would I be mad?
Just look and see if the chick is cute or not. Because she'll be like, "Don't embarrass me, flirting with raggedy hoes. Don't." Hey, sir. Yeah, have some decorum.
Have some couth. Why you talking to this wildebeest?
It's like, yeah, like that's the only thing, which is why, and also like, there are people that I have realized that it's safe to flirt with because you're not gonna take this no type of way. This is completely fine. You get what's going on here, and we're not taking it. There's no real sexual tension,
right?
So like, it's just cool.
Yeah. And
so there are people that are like absolutely safe to flirt with, and then like. The worst is when you mistake that and you
for somebody,
and then they're like, "Oh no, I really was like, oh whoa, sorry,
it's not that."
I thought you knew that we weren't even. I don't even look at you like that.
Yeah, I remember making a video I used the sound of the beginning of "Fuck Up Some Commas" by Future, where he goes, "Expecting a lot to a real nigga. That's just some shit you don't do. I'm gonna sit down for my real niggas. That's some shit I'm gonna do." But on the screen, I put flirting with other men this is when I was married. Flirting with other men while you're married, that's just some shit you don't do. Flirting with other women, that's just some shit I'm gonna do. And I'm absolutely gonna do that every single time.
She little one flirts with everybody. But also it's partially because she don't know no strangers. She's one of them. Like she wants to talk to everybody. And I'd be like, girl, sit down. We don't know them people.
I got a friend like that who used to make friends in the line at the club.
Bro.
Stop talking to them. Quit talking to these strangers.
Because I'm on guard thinking about which one of them I'm going to have to fight if some shit happens. And you over here just, yalla.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
just everybody's a friend. Bitch, if you don't got no self-awareness, just...
I saw this video of this
like,
man.
His eye looks crooked. That's a crooked eye. I know a crooked eye. That type of eye causes problems. Yeah. I know that.
He gonna take something the wrong way because he can't even see straight. He gonna take something the wrong way.
I seen that look before.
Yeah. He ain't seen it, but I seen it.
How you don't see it?
I seen this video of this man walking with his wife. And he had his hand like this behind his back, holding her hand, right? He had a prosthetic hand, replaced his hand with her hand, replaced his hand with that hand. Mm-hmm. She walking around holding it. He's literally talking to her in her face. Both of his hands up. He's opening doors, all kind of shit. And she's just holding on his arm. No idea what's going on.
Absolutely.
In my head, when I am with my man, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. That is literally what we're going through my head. La 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 la.
The problem is sometimes little one wants to be able to do that when I'm not around, and that's unsafe.
Yeah, I don't have that. I'm so stiff when he not around.
I
be walking around like this.
She friendly. Oh. She be like, she's like, I used to be Black Cat. She's like, but I'm very, what's the one? The golden retriever. Mm-hmm. She's very golden retriever. You know how I know? Yesterday, as soon as I walked in the door, she was at the door. So let me tell you about this bitch. I said, wait, hold on. What are we?
Hi.
I ain't even. Like,
hello.
Can I go to the bathroom first? I would like to.
Bar ass drive.
So I just spent like half an hour, 45 minutes in the car, bro. Really 45 to an hour in the car, bro.
In the car.
I sat in traffic. I was listening to an audiobook. Like it's hot out there, bro. Yeah. Just let me relax for a second. She ain't have no chill. Mm-mm. Just immediately on my body.
Yeah, you called me you said I was a puppy before. I think I'm a cat.
You're Black Cat.
Black Cat. What does that mean?
It's Black Cats are the like, I want to be around you when I want to be around you, but also, and I want all the affection and all the attention
when I want it.
And then I want you to leave me alone. My homegirl says, you don't give Black Cat. She said, you're very much Panther. Because of the way you be moving, it's very like my homegirl Bria.
She said that about who?
About me.
Uh-huh.
She's like, it's like the way you move is everything feels almost intentional.
Like calculated.
Yeah. It's like I feel like a giant cat would move. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. I didn't know black cat, but I definitely know. Like I've always said, if I could be any animal, it would be a house cat.
So
because that's right in line with the expectations that I have. Yeah. When I come around, drop everything because I want some attention and I want it now and I want to play. And when I'm done, I'm just gonna walk away. I'm not gonna say that I'm done. You might think I'm going to the bathroom and I'll never come back.
Nah, little one is definitely a golden retriever. She is absolutely upset when I am not a golden retriever. It's just not in my build.
Yeah. And it's so crazy because I feel like I used to be very much, I just want to be in your skin. But I don't. Not all the time.
That may also have to do with the fact that you're in a healthy, secure relationship.
So I don't feel like I have to be under him all the time in order to get, like he gives me attention. Like I don't have to go get attention.
Because he gives it to you all the time, so you're never seeking it. Yeah. Whereas little one has the reverse, where she was black cat because she was in really shitty relationships and didn't want to give of herself that way. And now that she feels like she's safe, she wants to be all up under me all the time. Yeah. So yeah, it could just be a sign of healing. Yeah,
I mean, I'm happy. I know he wishes
that was wholesome.
I know he wishes that I were more. Well, I think he's. I won't say wishes, but one day, I was in my room. He was in the living room, and I got this very fluffy rug in my room. I'm in my room, just sitting there, whatever. He came in my room, took his shoes off. He always takes his shoes off whenever he comes to my room. Kissed me on the forehead and walked back out. That made me so mad. That made me so mad. But because physical touch is not a love language of mine, I don't receive love that way, so it doesn't compute as that for me. I have to actively understand that is why he's doing it. He's just an affectionate person. He likes to touch. He likes to be, he likes to touch me or whatever. So I have to actually think about that. Yeah. But initially, I'm like, did you just come in here just to do that? For what? Like, now what? How do you feel now? But he feels better.
You're a very black cat.
Because I like physical touch is literally the bottom of my love language. I enjoy. Let me not get the line and say that I enjoy physical touch, but I can deal with physical touch. I just don't receive love that way. Like you touching me does not make me feel loved. It's just not. I don't mind it. It just I'm not registering that way. But I know that that's what he means or that's what he's doing when he does it. So we find the
balance.
Yeah, we find a balance, the compromise there. But that made me so like, why would you came all the way in here, took your shoes off to kiss me on my forehead and walk back out?
I would do that to little one, but she would absolutely enjoy it. And she will try to keep me from leaving. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, you realize if you let me go, I'm going to come back more often, right? Because now I have to calculate in the fact that I'm going to have to fight you to get away in the plan. So, hey, just let me go and I'm going to come back. I promise. Yeah. Look at her texting me now. Of course she is.
Are we, do we have anything else that we want to talk about before we wrap up?
I don't know. Do you have anything else? We have a whole bunch of things. But this was actually
I think this was a good episode.
I like this episode. We was podding today.
Yeah. Quick question for you. When you tell people that you have a podcast and then they say, what is it about? What do you say?
Bro, I'd be like, this is such a good question, which is usually what I say. I'm like, we kind of like talk about, I was like, because of the way we film, we don't really cover like trending hot topics or trending topics. It just be like things that we are thinking about and things that were important to us. I said a lot of it is like a podcast kind of about social media. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of the type of things that we're talking about some of it is parasocial relationships or us being media literate enough to like break down some of the things that we're seeing in a very interesting fashion. So
I feel like that that is, I've never looked at it like that. We do talk about social media a lot. Maybe we should lean into that and make it more of a thing, especially since we're coworkers through social media.
Yes.
We might be able to like lean more into the fact that because when people ask me, oh, so what's your podcast about? Me and my homeboy just be chopping it up. That is literally what I say. Me and my homeboy be chopping it up.
While we are sitting here is the only time I've ever thought to say that. So I usually give the me and my homegirls be chopping it up answer too. Like until you like
sit down and think about
made me
what
like
it's about.
think about for real, like the type of thing that I would say this is.
I like that though, because we do. I mean,
but we do. It is like, so even when we were talking about what happened with Jill Scott, it was both of us talking about ways in which we understand social media and ways in which that was not a good idea.
Yeah.
And this is not a person that you should engage with and understanding this. And even the way that she responded, which was like very like not a person who understands social media. And social media literacy is also a massive thing. Because it's a different type. It's a completely different type of media literacy.
Yeah. Yeah. One of Vet's favorite sayings is, if the logic don't apply everywhere, then it's not sound logic. Like if you can't take whatever point you're trying to prove here, if you can't take that logic and apply it to somewhere else, then it's not sound logic. And I was like, until you reach the internet.
Yeah.
Until you like the internet is a whole different ball game.
But the internet will do everything to change the context of what you're saying.
Well,
Because everyone has a completely different perspective on what it is, the thing that's happening. So everybody's lending their perspective and it's changing the context of what's actually happening.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time, people are not paying attention to what's actually happening. They're projecting meaning on it based on their lived experience and not looking at what's happening for what's happening.
Right. Yeah. We had a conversation once about, there was some girl who said something to me, so I made a video about it. And the girl in the comments said that I was being a bully. And so I asked Vet if he thought I was being a bully. And he said, well, yeah, a little bit. And I said, I could see that if this were happening in real life, but I don't feel like it's bullying on the internet because I posted a video and she came into the reason he felt like it was bullying, not that I was bullying her, but because I made a video, 100 other people were in my comments talking about her. So that's why he felt like it was bullying. But I'm like, but that's the internet. I don't consider that to be bullying because ain't nobody mentioning her. She don't have to see this. She's coming to this video. Nobody tagged her. Nobody's talking. She is choosing to come and see this. She came to one of my posts and called me a liar. I believe that's what we were talking about or whatever. I think I did a promo for like some body butter or something, and she said that she's like, y'all influence on here really be lying because I got this and it didn't smell like that on me or something. I'm like, just because you smell like a fucking wet dog don't mean that the rest of us do. But anyway, I in the video I said I have a idea as to why it didn't smell good on you. I'm not gonna say it. And all the black people in the comments was like, it's because she smelled like a wet dog. Because she was, that's just what we know of them. But anyway, so everybody was in the comments talking about her. So now she feels like she's being bullied. But at the same time, you came in my comments unprovoked.
That's also a lack of social media literacy.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I had a thing where one of the reasons why TikTok blew up was because you could take things and add your niche or your context to it to make it funny. So, which is something that I've regularly done, where there was a young lady who was talking to a dude about driving fast and him getting a ticket, and she was like, why did you drive that fast? She was like, because I need to. And she's like, no, you actually don't. And my comment was, the way she was doing it and the tone she was doing it, I said, are you a soft dom? Because if not, this was great. This was very, like, you were very calm, you were very patient. Even though he's being like crazy, you were just like, I'm just gonna ride through the chaos. And I'm making that video and I say that, and the young lady saw the video and was like, this is the weirdest thing ever. I have never even heard or thought about what you're saying. And then I said, oh, you don't be on my side of TikTok. And her response to that was, no, I don't. Please never stitch anything I do ever again.
Bitch, no problem.
I simply blocked her and moved on.
And you don't have to worry about it.
And took the video down and was like,
I wouldn't have did that, but.
Oh, no. I took the video down because it was also like, this is not a way that you wanted your content to be portrayed. And it made you uncomfortable. So if it made you uncomfortable, I have enough self-awareness to be like, hey, I want to take it down simply because the context that I'm using is a context that could make people uncomfortable. So if you are, I'll take it down. Even though what I'm trying to do is destigmatize kink and all of those things, I can't choose to do that through like by any means necessary and completely making people uncomfortable that did not choose to participate in that. So if you tell me, hey, this made me uncomfortable, I'm going to do something to stop trying to make you uncomfortable. And also, although I felt like I blocked her because I felt like what she did was the way she said it was rude. Uh-huh. I was like, there doesn't have to be any animosity. I understand you were upset. White. Yeah.
I would have blocked her just off the strength of they all look alike to me, and just so that I make sure I don't ever stitch nothing of yours again. I won't ever see nothing of yours again. No big deal.
Well, that was also to protect me because I don't want to see nothing.
I don't want to see.
Because what TikTok will do is, because we've now interacted, it'll think that, like, even though I don't follow you, it'll think that we want to continue to interact.
Yeah.
And I don't want that.
I think this is one of those situations, for me personally, from my point of view, this is one of the situations like we were just talking about where the rules that are different in online and in real life, because I am 100% like the situation. I was just made uncomfortable in person, in real time, and I was not happy about the fact that there were people sitting there with their phones out watching it happen and didn't say anything, right? And I don't want to say it like that, like I'm feeling like a victim. I don't feel like the lady harassed me or like assaulted me or anything like that. I was just uncomfortable with the way she was moving. But I don't like the fact that there were people watching and did nothing about it. But at the same time, I would not have taken that video down because you like in my situation, I was minding my business with my man and you came and brought yourself into this situation. And now you're making me uncomfortable. When you weren't even invited here. But I do feel like you posted a video and left your stitches on. You cannot control what anybody else do. I feel like that's why the internet is so different, because I don't want to make you uncomfortable, and I won't make you uncomfortable going for that. And to stand on it, I blocked old girl. I'm not taking shit down. I don't want to continue to push you over the edge, but I'm not gonna stand on what I said. I said what the fuck I said. I felt how I felt. This is my content, my page. If you post a video and you don't want nobody to stitch it, turn your stitches off. Now that ain't gonna stop a bitch like me from stitching it. Personally, I'ma still stitch it even if your stitches is off. I don't give a fuck. If I want to talk about it, I'ma still stitch it. But turn your stitches off. Like, once you post it on the internet, it's up for grabs. Anybody could say anything. That it's public. So I would not have taken it down, but I would have taken the steps to make sure I don't further I would have still blocked you so that you don't have to see it. You ain't got to see who tagging. If anybody tagged you in this video, you're not gonna see it because you're blocked. But I'm not taking it down. But I understand why you did. Yeah, I understand why you did. I just know.
And it's also like we occupy very different spaces, and there's a very different perception of me than there would be of you. Also, black male scaring little white girl is not an image I ever want to like.
It's not.
And I got to be very careful because people will be quick to believe that narrative.
Right. Yes.
So I'm always like, hey, let me go out of my way.
Yeah.
So that I don't even have to
hurt. I posted a video. It's actually a repost. This was the first video that I ever had go viral. I said in the video, y'all telling me everybody don't say y'all? What y'all say? For the people who live in places that don't say y'all, when y'all mean y'all, what y'all say? That is the exact tone that I've listened to the video so many times. That is the exact tone and exact words that I use. A black man in my comments said, LOL, she's so aggressive. I said, this is racism. A white woman said, well, what if they didn't mean aggressive in a bad way? I said, don't ever call a black woman aggressive, especially if you don't mean it. So I brought that up because as soon as you said black man up against white woman, I'm not taking nothing away from that. That is worse because they gonna automatically. But I'm thinking about black woman against white woman and how no matter what I say, I'm the aggressor. No matter how I take it on, I'm the aggressor. I literally said, y'all don't be saying y'all. What y'all say? You called me aggressive.
Wait, a white lady called you?
No. A black man called me aggressive. I said this is racism, and a white woman responded to that and said, well, what if they just mean it like? What if they didn't mean it in a negative way? Girl, wasn't nobody even fucking talking to you. Don't piss me off.
Don't. This was not at all your lane. Watch your lane. There's sometimes, you know what gets people in trouble a lot of the time? When they get outside their lane. when you feel like you have the competency to speak about something that you actually do not. And so you hop out there and then somebody corrects you. And instead of just sometimes quietly taking that L and recognizing maybe I didn't know what I was talking about and I should just back up and just like reassess maybe what I think I know about this, you let your ego respond.
Yep. She didn't say, that lady didn't respond at all. So that's fine. I did have a lady, that video of that old lady falling, somebody was like, as a Pilates instructor, this is she wasn't saying nothing bad about me. She was like, as a Pilates instructor, this is one of my worst fears, blah, 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 blah. And then she said, this move is not a move you should be doing in a beginner's class. Now, I understand completely why she thought I was in a beginner's class because I said that this was my first time. But I kindly responded and said, all I said was this was not a beginner's class. She said, oh, my bad. I just assumed that it was. But if it wasn't a beginner's class, things happen. And she took that and moved on.
But that's how that usually...
That's how it's supposed to go.
So a lot of time, because I will try to respond to people from a place of, I actually like am asking you questions in good faith because I want to understand. Mm-hmm. And I realize a lot of people on the internet don't do that. No. They respond and ask you questions from a like, gotcha perspective. And
well,
because
actually,
and I'm never doing that. I'm usually trying to figure out what is happening.
Yeah.
And people are being weird. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Okay. I think we've done enough for the day.
We have. This was a
I hope
great
y'all
episode.
enjoy this episode. I really enjoyed this episode.
Very much so, bro.
I don't listen to our show. That's why I haven't been posting clips, because I don't listen to our show.
Okay.
Like, I enjoy our show, but it's something about watching me. It's very cringy for me. It's
hard for me sometimes to post the clips just because I'm like, I don't want to listen to myself talk. I
don't want to have to listen to this to find the clips. Like, I don't listen to the show
because like my attention span, like I can listen to, it's different listening to yourself. So like I can go back and watch my TikToks a million times to figure out, okay, I need to edit this, but because it's so much shorter form, mm-hmm. This is like, okay, let me listen through because I got to find the exact clip. Because although I'm enjoying the conversation, I'm not listening to it to enjoy the conversation because I was there.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing. Like, because I was just thinking, we done wrapped up so many times. I was just thinking, like, at the beginning of the show, we was talking about how I watch the same TV shows over and over again because I like to know what's going to happen. And I was like, but why don't I know what's going to happen on the podcast because we recorded it. But I realized my comfort shows are always playing in the background. It's very rare. Like, I don't have to be paying attention to them because I've seen them. If I'm trying to find clips, I have to be paying attention to this.
So a lot of time what I'll do is I'll listen when it comes out, the morning it comes out, I will listen to it on my drive to work. Mm-hmm. Where I'm not really like fully paying attention depending on how heavy traffic is. And I'm just listening to see if anything is going to catch my attention. If anything
stands out. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then I go back and I do those clips.
Yeah. I'm going to get some clips from here. I'm going to do better.
We always going to try. We done had the like you trying to get your mama to leave church. We done closed. We had 50-11 closings.
Bye, y'all.
Thank y'all for... Thank y'all for being here. I have been RJ, the Friendly Neighborhood Dom, and this has been
Janelle,
a.k.a.
Big Rocks.
Not the little one.
Never the little one. Not even at the end of the show that we've been procrastinating on ending because we just don't want to leave y'all. Is this overtime?
It is.
It's like overtime.
Hey, you use that term properly. Come on now.
Yeah, it applies.
Best coworkers in the world, your favorite not safe for work coworkers and home of you all. Again, the best coworkers in the world. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for liking, sharing, subscribing, doing all of the things, hitting notification bells, leaving comments with timestamps. We greatly appreciate you. And we'll see y'all next week. Bye.
And if you've made it this far in the show, leave should I say Shigo or Aaliyah? Pick one.
I thought you was gonna say Krabby Patties. Because we talked about that today too.
I feel like let me show you my outfit.
You can never go wrong with SpongeBob.
I feel like my outfit is given if Shigo and Aaliyah had a baby. So pick one and leave that at the end of because if you made it this far, because we still talking.
Bro.
Okay, bye. Bye, y'all.